Hello again, this is Alex with MasterChartsTrading.com, and this is market recap for Friday, April 7th, 2023. As always, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with others. Your likes, your shares, your comments is what keeps this channel going, so please do those actions. This week, S&P 500 seems to be breaking out. NASDAQ confirms the uptrend, however, small caps are still lagging behind. I think gold could easily go to about 2500, but a pullback in the near term is quite likely. We'll also look at silver. And natural gas makes a new low, closes at new low. Will it go to $1? We'll look at that. If you are a subscriber, stay tuned. We have quite a bit of stocks to cover. Know that this week we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, for this week, and treasury bonds and junk that are all in the members only section. There's also a whole bunch of various ETFs as well as individual stocks like Apple, Honeywell, Visa, Walmart, as well as some of the individual more speculative shares like C3 AI, Cipher Mining, Skix, Shopify, etc., as well as lots of gold miners which we're trading. If you're not yet a subscriber, consider signing up by going to masterchartstrading.com. You can find out more about these indicators, which I will be using throughout the presentation. You can see them on this chart. They are green, blue, red, and yellow line. So these lines are pretty much all I use for my trading, and this is how I use them. So notice on this chart of S&P 500 symbol ES1 exclamation point. This is a tradingview.com interface. Notice tradingview.com. This is a free interface. However, if you want to have my indicators, you need to sign up first, and I will open the door for you so you can have them on your chart. Um, this is a daily chart. Once again, daily means that each candlestick is a day's worth of activity. Each one of this funny looking green or red sticks is called a candlestick, and it's a whole day's worth of activity. Notice on this chart is that um, when we have a security closing first below the yellow line and then bouncing towards the red line and then closing again below it, like it did here on the August 22nd and then again here on September 13th, this would be considered a signal to sell the security short. And this is exactly what we did. However, around October of this year, I started noticing that there was signs of bottoming of S&P 500. So until about that time, October of last year, I still considered the security to be in a downtrend, stocks to be in a downtrend. Then on October 13th, notice we had a giant hammer candlestick. This is a hammer candlestick because it looks like a hammer. Literally, I'm hovering over it. And then we had this green giant candlestick on the Thursday, the 10th of November. And after this November 10th candlestick, I was almost certain that we're done with the downtrend. Notice that we also had downward facing arrows here, a whole bunch of them, and they're all technically signals to sell short. However, they were all not, uh, they were really did not work out. Even this one right there on the March 10th actually did not work out either. So all of them were really what we could consider perhaps. Finally, we have right now, I mean, it's not exactly this, what do you call it? This chart is not exactly correct because it says Monday, the 10th of April, but most likely it's because today is Good Friday and the markets are closed. However, S&P 500 futures are being traded elsewhere. So most likely this is already a future projection. We're seeing that the S&P 500 can above this blue support resistance line where I'm hovering is in this means that we are going to be thinking that S&P 500, probably the most important security in the world currently, is going to be now considered in an uptrend, in a bull market. Bull market implies higher highs and higher lows. So once we have this confirmed close above the blue line, most likely we will start seeing a we will start seeing new highs and new lows, higher highs and higher lows, and eventually, most likely, we will start seeing a all-time record highs. We can also look on weekly time frame, and so we can look at weekly. Just means that each candlestick is a whole week's worth of activity, and notice that there's that potential breakout. We're seeing it right now. There it is, and from here on, really, the the move higher towards the all-time record highs is actually not that far. We're about 13% away from all-time record highs, so it's quite possible that we will see new all-time record highs pretty soon. Looking at NASDAQ, this is NASDAQ futures, NQ1 exclamation point on TradingView. Same general principle. We have blue line currently, and we're seeing a breakout above it. This means that we are going to be in an uptrend. We're entering in a new uptrend, and once again, new uptrend is characterized by higher highs and higher lows. Most likely, new all-time record highs are not that far away. I am long QQQ, meaning I bought QQQ. I bought Nasdaq. I bought it back here in January 20th of this year at $280.26, and I'm obviously still long, and I would probably be buying even more right now. I also had options to buy for Nasdaq, but I got stopped out, unfortunately, because it will be a nice move already. So looks like we're back in the bull market basically, and this is, I think, obviously a good thing. Perhaps, I mean, I tried to extrapolate and I tried to correlate the various events in the world. Notice here, new law for war support within Russia for Russian President Putin was in October of last year, and my theory at that time was that the lower um, rating of the lower his rating is, the higher the stock market would go. Fingers crossed. Right now, his rating is even lower. Looking at the Russell 2000 small caps index, so small caps underperformed. However, they actually broke out in a new bull market right there where I'm hovering on the 1st of February, and they just pulled back severely. So this severe pullback, and especially this several days here in early March, were the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank and the various small banks that were they were afraid that there will be contagion. However, notice this yellow line. The price really attempted to collapse through it, but did not go through it. So this means that support has so far held. And again, fingers crossed, we will move higher into the near term and continue higher. Small caps are important, but not terribly important. I think Nasdaq and obviously S&P 500. S&P 500 is by far the most important measure that I look as far as the market health is concerned. And right now we're seeing a bullish signal as I speak. So a new bull market, I think, is about to unfold with potential new all-time record highs coming soon. Switching gears into the Forex universe, we're looking currently at DXY, dollar currency index, but let me look first on the weekly time frame. So once again, weekly time frame, don't be afraid, just means that each candlestick is a week's worth of activity. On this chart, DXY, dollar currency index, broke out into the new bull market here in July of 2021. Notice where I'm hovering. How do I know it broke out into the new bull market? At the time, I didn't. All I needed to know was to look at this chart, look at the indicator. The indicator was showing that the price has closed above it. I'm going to zoom in so it looks a little obvious. There. You can see it's visually obvious. So at that point, we're basically buying. We're not thinking, we're just buying. And notice that what happened after this, we had a gigantic move, a very unusual gigantic move. In fact, this high uh, in September of last year also corresponded to an all-time low for British pound, and other currencies made a new, at least multi-year lows versus the dollar. However, notice the dollar has tapped, turned around, and entered a new bear market. When did we enter a new bear market? I'm hovering right now over this week. It's Monday, the 9th of January. So the first week or second week of January, the dollar has entered a new bear market. Yeah, it did a little bit of a bounce, but then we had another short signal, or a signal that dollar is now in a downtrend in March of this year, mid-March, 13th week of 13th of March, and we have another signal and another follow through to the downside. Now on this chart, I also drew in this white line right there. I'm clicking on it right now. So this line just shows a bottom from the week of Monday, the 30th of January, and I drew the line horizontal. So what I'm implying is if we see a breakdown or a close below this level, below the January 30th levels, well, it's not technically January 30th. I'll show it to you. It's actually 2nd of February. It's the week of January 30th. So if we see a close below 2nd February, and we're super close, I think we will almost guarantee that we will duplicate the depth of this pattern. The depth of this pattern, meaning that this, kind of like a triangle from 9th of January into 6th of March and into now. So I'm hovering over it. And if we see a depth of this pattern, or rather, if we see a close below this January lows, or in this case, it's February 2nd lows, where I'm hovering right now, I think this depth of this pattern will be duplicated on the downside, and dollar will continue lower. By extension, I have shown this chart in the past. Gold, XAU, USD, dollar divided by United States dollar. I'm sorry, gold divided by United States dollar. Okay, this is a very bullish pattern. This is a multi-year pattern also. So we're looking at, a bottom here, or I mean, it doesn't really matter where we start, but important thing is we came up to August highs where I'm hovering right now. Kind of made a dip, made another attempt in March of 2022. And once again, we're super close. We're so close to new all-time highs for gold. If we see a close above the previous highs, which was set in January of 2020, especially on weekly, but ideally even on monthly basis, I'm almost sure we'll see a significant move higher in the near term. Don't know how long it's going to take, but most likely, before the end of 2023, possibly, first quarter of 2024, we will see a depth of this pattern where I'm hovering, duplicated on the upside. And this pattern is around $2,500, dollars, 2,500. So this is a decent target to consider simply based on this pattern. Okay, so looking at more granular, uh, looking at daily chart, this is XAU divided by USD, so gold. We're looking right now at daily chart. Excuse me, the indicators are loading right now. But in any case, notice this up blue arrows. Just a second, we have a little bit of a technical difficulties here. There we go. Um, I love when it happens. Here we go. XAU divided by USD. So notice the up arrow right here. The latest one was on March 10th of this year, and we moved higher. So how do I know? This is a signal to buy. So when we see a close above the blue support resistance line, this is our signal to buy. And so we moved higher. So right now, gold actually came quite a bit, especially this latest surge, the one that started at the low in February, and the one that I think may have ended already on April 5th here. So this surge is quite strong, and it's also very steep. So it's very possible that we will see a pullback, and I'm almost sure this is going to happen quite soon, because when I look at XAG USD, also known as silver, there's that recent breakout into a new bull market, and also silver came from this lows here in early March. Big move. This is a giant. I mean, not giant, but it's a significant move from about 1990 to about $25. So it's not an insignificant move. Also note that this indicators right now, see this green line, this blue line, the red line, they're kind of curving down. Okay, so just from a previous experience and looking at the many thousands of charts, I can tell that it is quite likely that we will see a pullback. So I think we will see a pullback in all precious metals into the early May. So I mean, the precious metals are in a bull market and an uptrend. However, a short-term pullback cannot be ruled out. So I will be looking at a pullback, and this would be definitely a buying opportunity. Um, we're at MasterChartsTrading.com are indeed long gold, long various gold miners. I am personally long Royal Gold. Here's Royal Gold. I'll show it to you really quickly. So I bought Royal Gold back here in January of this year. I'm already in profit, and I have moved my stop to entry. And I think we will. I think if gold continues higher, then obviously various gold miners are also going to benefit. And finally, let's wrap up with the topic that is, for some reason, important to many people, many traders, and it is natural gas. Natural gas is a heck of a security to trade. It's very difficult. And lately, it's been in a severe downtrend. In fact, I personally shorted natural gas back here in December of last year. However, obviously, I got stopped out. I think I got stopped out, like, rather, I got out, like, maybe in early January. It was still a very nice move. However, if I held on, it would have been even more uh, bigger, nice move. So, looking at this chart right this instant, we can see that we're again near lows. So, recently, I thought that this was a breakaway gap from 23rd of February into 24th of February. This obviously did not happen. It got negated, everything got negated. So, just looking at this chart, I drew in this white line. I'm clicked right now. So this white line basically is lows from 22nd of February. Um, right now we see a new closing low today. Well, yesterday. So a new closing low right there on the 6th of April, meaning that this pattern is most likely going to play out. So what's this pattern? The depth of this pattern that is defined by this white horizontal line, and the high from Friday the 3rd of March is about 30%, or about $1, 0.959, so it's about $1. And I think it might get duplicated on the downside. So we're looking at natural gas at around 99 cents, or about $1 each. So what do you guys think? Make a comment. Do you think we will have a reasonable chance of getting to natural gas at $1? All right. Head over to masterchartstrading.com. Click on sign up. Sign up one of the products. Again, I have two products and two packages. So one package is, or rather, I have trading indicators, which are which I keep showing on this chart, various charts. You can trade pretty much anything you like on various charts, on daily, weekly, hourly, or anything in between. Minute charts as well. And I have also a newsletter where you can get new or the, I send alerts out daily, and I send out a weekly members only video. Of course, the best thing to do is to sign up for both trading indicators and newsletters, and you will receive that in a very fast manner. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Thank you for watching, and have another great trading week. Bye bye.